Have you ever had one of those mornings where everything just feels still? The kind of morning where you sip your coffee, look out the window, and wonder, what's next for me? Maybe the house is quiet, your schedule wide open, but something inside you feels a little empty. It's not that you're unhappy exactly, but there's this sense that life could feel more meaningful, more connected. If that resonates with you, you're not alone. And I want to gently offer you something that might just change the way you look at your days: volunteering. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Volunteering? I've done my part. I've worked hard, raised a family, maybe even helped neighbors or friends over the years. And that's true. You've already given so much. But here's the surprising thing. After 60, giving back isn't just good for others. It's one of the most powerful, research-backed ways to improve your own health, purpose, and joy. In this video, we're going to talk about how volunteering can do far more than just fill time. It can actually help you live longer, feel better emotionally and physically, and reconnect with what makes life deeply satisfying. These aren't just feel-good ideas, they're life-changing benefits backed by science and real stories. And if you're feeling a little stuck, or looking for a gentle nudge to re-engage with life in a more meaningful way, this might be exactly what you need. Let's begin with one of the most remarkable changes volunteering can bring: how it helps reduce loneliness. Because here's the truth. Loneliness can creep in slowly after retirement, after kids move out, or when health changes limit how much we socialize. Even if we're surrounded by people occasionally, it's possible to feel invisible or disconnected. But volunteering changes that. It pulls you into a community, not just of people you help, but of others who are helping too. Whether it's reading to children at a local library, spending time with rescue animals, or lending a hand at a hospital front desk, these small acts are social bridges. They give you reason to show up. They create conversations, laughter, even friendships. And with every hour spent helping, you're actually strengthening your own emotional resilience. What's beautiful is that these connections aren't surface level. They often run deep because they're built on purpose. And studies show that seniors who volunteer regularly report lower levels of depression and anxiety. That sense of isolation many people feel, it begins to melt away when you realize you still have something to offer, and that others see you, appreciate you, and rely on you. Now let's talk about another big one: physical health. You might not expect it, but volunteering can literally improve your body. And no, I don't mean lifting heavy boxes or walking for miles. Though if that's your style, great. I mean the small, consistent movement that comes from staying active in a purposeful way. Getting out of the house, standing, moving your hands, chatting, laughing, it all adds up. Volunteering, even just a few hours a week, keeps you mentally sharp and physically engaged. In fact, researchers have found that seniors who volunteer tend to have lower blood pressure, better mobility, and stronger immune systems than those who don't. It's almost as if the body responds to the brain saying, "I'm needed, I'm valuable." And that's no small thing. Feeling useful doesn't just lift the spirit, it sends a ripple effect through the entire nervous system. It's calming, it boosts energy, and it reminds your body to keep going strong. What's also fascinating is that this doesn't require a massive time commitment. Just 1 or 2 meaningful activities per week can lead to measurable improvements in health. And for those who deal with chronic conditions like arthritis or mild cognitive decline, that bit of engagement, mental, emotional, and physical, can make a world of difference. So maybe you've been feeling tired more often lately, or your days have started to blur together. Volunteering isn't just a way to break that routine, it's a way to transform it. It brings structure without pressure, connection without obligation, and movement without the need for intense exercise. Think of it like a gentle remedy, one that nourishes both your mind and body with every interaction. Now, let's say you're thinking, but what if I don't know where to start? That's completely okay. Finding the right opportunity is like finding the right pair of shoes. It has to fit your interests, your energy, and your schedule. And the beautiful thing is, there are so many ways to serve. You don't have to be on your feet all day. You can volunteer from home. You can write letters to veterans, tutor students online, or help with phone support for those in crisis. The key is to find something that lights you up, even just a little. That spark? That's your body and spirit telling you you're on the right path. And once you feel it, that sense of being part of something again, it's hard to imagine going back. Suddenly, mornings have meaning. Conversations feel more fulfilling. Your health, mood, and even your sleep start to shift. It's not magic, it's purpose. And purpose is one of the most powerful medicines we have. Now, once you begin to experience that sense of purpose again, once you feel like your presence matters, it's amazing how much it spills over into other areas of your life. You start standing a little taller, conversations become more meaningful, and maybe, just maybe, you begin to feel something you haven't felt in a while: fulfillment. There's something deeply healing about using your time for something beyond yourself. And one of the most unexpected gifts of volunteering is how it sharpens your mind. That's right. Your memory, your focus, even your problem-solving skills can benefit from simply engaging with others in a meaningful way. You're not just keeping busy, you're keeping your brain active. Let's say you're volunteering at a local food bank. You're organizing donations, greeting people, maybe helping with the paperwork. That's decision-making. That's social interaction. That's physical movement, even if it's light. Every bit of it strengthens neural connections. The brain loves stimulation, especially the kind that's tied to emotion and purpose. And volunteering delivers both. One study from Harvard found that seniors who volunteer regularly tend to show slower cognitive decline compared to those who remain isolated or inactive. It's not about doing crosswords or memory games. It's about staying engaged with life. Being part of a community, even in a small role, gives your brain new challenges, new faces, and new reasons to stay sharp. And it's not just about preventing decline. It's about growth. Even in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, your brain is still capable of growing, of learning, of adapting. And volunteering is one of the gentlest and most rewarding ways to support that process. Now let's talk about stress. We all know that stress isn't just unpleasant, it's harmful. Over time, it wears on your immune system, your heart, even your sleep. And unfortunately, after 60, stress can sometimes take on new forms, like the loss of routine, changes in finances, or the aches and pains that seem to show up overnight. But here's something incredible. Volunteering reduces stress in a very natural way. When you shift your attention toward helping someone else, your brain releases feel-good chemicals like oxytocin and dopamine. These aren't just fleeting boosts. They actually calm the nervous system. They reduce inflammation. They even lower cortisol, the stress hormone that, when elevated, can raise blood pressure and interfere with sleep. Have you ever noticed that after doing something kind for someone, you feel lighter? That's not just in your head. It's in your body. Volunteering gives you a break from worrying about your own problems, not by ignoring them, but by putting them into perspective. You remember that you're not alone, that others are facing challenges too, and in that shared experience, healing happens. What's also beautiful is that this emotional shift doesn't require grand gestures. It could be as simple as helping sort books at a library or writing encouraging notes to new mothers or veterans. These small acts create big ripples, both for the person receiving help and for you, the one offering it. And here's something you might not expect. Volunteering can even improve your sleep. When you feel purposeful, when your days are filled with positive social interactions and a little physical movement, your body naturally falls into a healthier rhythm. Your mind feels less cluttered. Your heart feels more settled. And when you lay down at night, there's a deeper sense of peace because you know your day meant something. And isn't that what we're all really looking for? Meaning. Not just to pass the time, but to live it. To feel that even after retirement, even after the kids are grown, even after the dust has settled, you still have a place in this world. You still matter. And not in some vague, sentimental way, but in a real, practical, world-changing way. Your smile, your story, your time, it all matters deeply to someone. Volunteering reminds you of that every time you show up. Now, maybe as you're listening, something inside you is already stirring. Maybe you're thinking about that shelter you've always meant to visit, or the local school that could use a reading buddy, or that neighbor down the road who might just need a little help with groceries once a week. That little tug you feel? That's your purpose whispering. And here's the thing, you don't have to overhaul your life to answer that whisper. Just 1 hour a week, just one small act. That's all it takes to begin. And from there, the benefits build, like a gentle wave that lifts you steady and strong. And if all of that wasn't already enough, there's still one more powerful reason to consider giving your time. Volunteering has a real, measurable effect on your physical health, especially as you move through your 60s and beyond. You may be wondering, how can something so simple affect the body so deeply? It's all about movement, connection, and purpose coming together in a beautiful balance. When you show up for others, your body follows suit. Even light activity, helping in a garden, walking around a local center, standing while organizing supplies. These movements improve circulation, support joint health, and reduce the risk of chronic illness. But it goes deeper than just physical movement. Volunteering also supports your immune system. When you're emotionally connected, mentally active, and less stressed, your body has more energy to repair and protect itself. Studies have even shown that seniors who volunteer regularly are more likely to report fewer colds, better blood pressure, and even quicker recoveries after illness or surgery. And here's something even more encouraging. Volunteers over 60 often report lower rates of depression. That's not by chance. When your days have meaning, when you feel seen and needed, it gently lifts the weight that loneliness and boredom sometimes place on your shoulders. It helps you reconnect, not just with others, but with yourself. Now, this doesn't mean you need to say yes to everything. Volunteering isn't about exhausting yourself or stretching beyond your limits. It's about doing what feels good, what fills you up. It could be an hour a week at the animal shelter, a warm conversation at a nursing home, or helping plant flowers in your neighborhood park. The beauty of it is that you get to choose. It's your time, your energy, your legacy. And the best part? Every moment you give creates something lasting, not just for others, but for you. Imagine looking back a year from now and realizing that you've made new friends. You've moved your body more. You've laughed more. You've been part of something greater. And you've done it not because someone told you to, but because it lit a spark inside you. That spark never really goes out. Sometimes it just gets buried under routine or forgotten dreams. But when you step into a role that lets your light shine, even just a little, it comes roaring back. Volunteering isn't just about giving, it's about coming alive again. And if you're watching this and thinking, it's too late for me, please know this. It's never too late to be useful. It's never too late to matter. Whether you're 60, 75, or 90, you have wisdom, kindness, and stories that this world needs. You are a treasure, and volunteering is simply one beautiful way to share that treasure. So if you felt a little lost, a little disconnected lately, let this be your invitation. Try something new. Give your time to someone who needs it. Let yourself feel needed again. Because when you lift others up, you rise too. And if you've ever volunteered or you're considering it now, I'd love to hear your story. What did it teach you? How did it make you feel? Share your thoughts in the comments. You never know who you might inspire just by being open. And if this video spoke to you, if it made you feel a little more hopeful, a little more seen, please give it a like and subscribe to Elderly Thrive. This channel is all about helping you live a healthier, more joyful life after 60, and your support helps us continue sharing these messages with others who might need them too. You're not done growing, you're not done giving, and you're certainly not done thriving. Here's to living your most vibrant years, right now, right here, with purpose in your heart and kindness in your hands.